8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2, 1.
Hey, hey. Hey, Skywalkers. Woo. It's time.
It's time to gather the coven of Skywalkers.
Yes. Ooh, that fits right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. What? What do you need?
Press the record on the Zoom.
Oh. Whoa, well, we don't usually press record until... Wow. We have our microphones all set up, and we don't have our Zoom recorder plugged in to record our audio. That would be very silly. Thank you.
Bryn is here. That's all we need.
Yeah.
All right.
Surprise, Skywalkers, we're back.
We've missed you. It's been a while.
Yay. All right. Let's see. We will plug in our microphones. And here we go.
And Reynold is here.
Oh, excellent.
Hey, Reynold. Reynold, what time is it over there in Canada? It's 7:52 p.m.
Wow. Speak.
What time is it over there in Canada?
Are you as close
Canada.
Get up to the mic and then say something fast.
I'm right here. I'm talking to Reynold as I do my mic check.
Okay. It was down a point.
Oh.
It was down to 6.
It's
That's wrong.
9:52 in the PM, according to Reynold.
Oh, that's pretty late.
Over there in the Canadians.
Bryn, what time is it over where you are?
What time is it in West Hollywood?
Oh, yeah, they have different time zones in Canada, of course. Yeah, you do. All right, I'm all ready. Can't see it, but I'm wearing my Agatha thing. Yay.
Yes, you are. And your ears.
And my ears. Yay. And this is cool because on the back.
Do.
Yay. Okay. We are ready.
Is in the same time zone as Reynold.
Hooky Pookie candy time.
Love the costume.
Yay, yes.
It is. Oh, what happened to the big bag of candy? We had it sitting right here.
We ate it.
We ate the whole thing.
Oh, can you imagine? Ugh.
You know what? I think we only had, I only had like 4 pieces of candy that night.
I think I only had 3.
Yeah.
Or 2. Yeah.
Usually I don't eat any of the candy there because it's too much.
You needed some to run around.
Yes. I needed some
extra fuel.
Some lightning fuel, some coaxium for the body.
There you go.
It's a lot warmer here.
Yes.
It was 83 degrees here
today.
Yeah, in the afternoon.
The high.
I went outside to do some laundry. I came back and I had
a
good sweat going.
Yeah. Thank you for doing laundry.
You're welcome.
I don't do laundry. He does.
Get on your witch's broom.
Oh. It smells
like cinnamon.
Like cinnamon.
Like cinnamon.
I like it.
Okay, I'll leave it here as a prop.
Okay, along with this, we're ready. Okay, this is it. This is it. Are we ready?
Let's do this.
Let's record. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Why do I feel like this?
Hey, Don Glover in the house.
Oh, nice. Excellent.
All right, that's a pretty full house.
That is. Okay, I need you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Do your clappy claps. Nice. Okay. This is what you can look forward to on this Darkhold episode 484 of Skywalking Through Neverland.
Hey, Skywalkers, come with us down the Witch's Road of Darkness with Agatha and her coven. But until then, we want to welcome you back to Skywalking Through Neverland. I am Richard Woloski, but now everyone please say hello to the Darkhold in my life, my sweetie wife Sarah, who I'm going to regret saying that right now.
So does that mean I'm going to corrupt you? That's what the Darkhold does.
Okay, then you are the leader of this coven.
I like that.
Okay, good.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell you, I don't think about these things. They just come on out.
Yes.
So
sometimes it shows. No, I love you.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know.
Okay. Well,
You go ahead, my little Darkhold.
no. Darkhold is Agatha had the Darkhold, but then Wanda had the Darkhold and it messed her up. And then we got the Doctor Strange
Multiverse.
and the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, let's not go there.
Yeah.
Okay, then
Okay.
you're my queen of the coven.
Meh.
Okay, good. Oh,
That is acceptable.
okay,
Okay. All right, Skywalkers. Well, we are your enthusiastic podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, Marvel, pop culture, and witchy fandom. So imagine a big giant Wookiee hug for our family of Skywalkers and a little sprinkle of pixie dust again for our family of Skywalkers. And we love you. That's why we want to give you Wookiee hugs and pixie dust every week. And also, we are recording this episode live on the Skywalking Through Neverland YouTube channel right now. And so we love that you have subscribed. We love that you're tuning in. And Richard, we asked last week for how many?
all right.
Like
So
5
we
new
love when you
subscribers?
subscribe. We just don't love it when you unsubscribe.
Oh no! Did we get some unsubscribers?
Yeah, we had 9105 last week. We asked for 6 more to get us to 11.
Okay.
They got us to 11, and I guess some of you said, "All right, we're there. Let's bring it back down again."
Oh no!
Yeah.
What's it at?
So it's currently sitting at
Ah, 9108. All right.
91.
Aw, how crazy.
Why?
Yeah, it did go right up right away. Who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows?
So I gotta ask again. Let's get to 91 and the lucky 13. Okay, 9113.
I like that. It was
Yeah.
just Friday the 13th. So
And we're just about 6,300 away now from hitting the 1 million download mark for the podcast.
wow. So just the audio only.
Just
Wow.
the audio only.
Cool.
We are 6,300 away from the 1 million mark.
That is exciting.
Yeah, with every episode we go up a number of hundreds.
We just need a few more witches to join the coven.
Yes.
All right. Well, if you can't tell already, in this episode, we are breaking down Agatha All Along, the first 2 episodes, and we are definitely wanting to hear what you Skywalkers have to say about it. And just so you know, there will be spoilers.
Yes. Good to point out there. Yeah, we'll be going over Easter eggs, our favorite moments, and some fun comic connections that you found.
Yeah. And some music, a little music connections, and also just speculation a little bit based on questions that are brought up in these first 2 episodes.
All right, now we are being sponsored by Small World Vacations, and they are a diamond level Disney vacation planner travel agency that can help you book your trip to a Disney park around the world or on a Disney cruise. And best of all, this service is free of charge. So head over there to smallworldvacations.com for a no obligation price quote and tell them Agatha sent you. Tell them that Skywalking Through Neverland sent you, or Agatha. They'll know what you're talking about.
It was Agatha All Along. All right. Well, we are recording this episode from Long Beach, California on September 23rd, 2024. And I have a very important question for you, Richard. What happened today in Star Wars history?
On this day, but 17 years ago.
Okay.
All right, 17 years ago, September 23rd, 2007, the 6th season of the Family Guy series kicks off with the Star Wars spoof Blue Harvest.
Oh.
And this is where they parody Star Wars.
Right.
So they parodied Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi in a very, very, I would say, for Family Guy, respectful way.
Oh.
There was some humor in there, which could have it needed a PG-13 or R rating.
Okay.
But yet you can tell that Seth MacFarlane and the group of artists, they really were Star Wars artists. Like that scene where Chris Griffin goes out to look at the sunset on Tatooine, and the camera pulls back, and you see John Williams and the orchestra sitting right there playing the binary sunset theme.
How cute.
Yeah, a great show. And the episode Blue Harvest is a reference to the working title for Revenge of the Jedi, Blue Harvest. Now, funny enough, this always tricks people during our trivia competitions because we will ask what series had an episode called Blue Harvest? What Star Wars series had an episode Blue Harvest? Everyone was running up to the podium, Family Guy, Family Guy, Family Guy. It's like, no. It's like, yeah, no. What Star Wars series? Family Guy is not a Star Wars series. And you see the phrase going, oh no. Of course, the answer is Ewoks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this was a very fun episode because Peter Griffin, he retells Star Wars beginning with episode 4 to his family during a blackout.
Aww.
And at the end, when the power returns and everyone thanks Peter for keeping them entertained, Chris, his son Chris, accuses Peter of ripping off the Star Wars episode of Robot Chicken. Which is funny because Peter replies with, not a fan. And Chris Griffin is voiced by Seth Green,
who
the
is
co-creator of Robot Chicken.
Yeah. Wow.
A really, really, really funny inside joke. But for those of you who know, it's like, oh, that is a deep cut to the fans.
I like it.
So next up, this Blue Harvest was the retelling of Star Wars. Next, we get something, something, something Dark Side, which is The Empire Strikes Back. And for Return of the Jedi, It's a Trap.
Nice. And these were like in successive years?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Of Family Guy.
A Family Guy, yeah. Family Guy always had their Star Wars references, but this was like the ultimate Star Wars reference episode.
Nice.
So on this date, 17 years ago. All right, with that, let's see what kind of trouble Agatha Harkness is stirring up, or I'm sorry. Okay. Now with that, let's see what kind of trouble Agatha Harkness is stirring up, or I'm sorry. Oh.
I was like, what are you I mean, I know what you're referencing, but you're missing words. Okay.
Yes. All right. You want to read this or do we read it?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't know what you're trying to say, so go ahead.
Now, let's see what kind of trouble Agatha Harkness is stirring up, or her backside, as she gives us the first MCU female nudity.
Oh boy. That was really funny. Okay. Here we go.
We gotta reference that now.
Cool, guys. Congrats on audio numbers. Yay. And there's a YouTube channel that reimagines pop culture properties, and they have redneck Southern music video version of Star Wars. That's awesome, Don. You'll have to send us the link to that.
That's funny.
Yeah. Don and someone else did walk around as a sandwich in our coven on Oogie Boogie Bash.
Oh.
It was
James. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So shall we get into it?
We shall.
Okay, here we go. The new Disney Plus series that is a spinoff of WandaVision is finally here. Agatha All Along. Catherine Hahn as Agnes or Agatha Harkness. She just crushed it as the Scarlet Witch's arch nemesis. And her song, Agatha All Along, became this huge hit. So Marvel Television decided to create a new series based on Agatha Harkness. You rewrote that. So do you want to read that part then?
No, why don't you read?
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not Marvel Television.
It is. That's what the logo says now.
It's Marvel Television?
Yes.
Then that's my bad.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, then.
Yeah.
Is that a new thing for MCU
yes, it is
shows?
A new thing.
Oh.
And at D23 Expo, they shared that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's new.
All right. Well, that's my bad. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
Marvel Television.
Mm-hmm. Brand. Yes. So did that work?
Let's do one more.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Ready?
Ready.
All right. Yeah. Bryn's watched it like 5 times.
Yeah. Okay. That's.
Okay. Here we go.
I don't remember seeing Marvel Television.
Yeah, there was something I saw that they made a big deal about it. So I don't remember what it was, but I remember that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
here
one
we
to
go.
grow on.
All right. The new Disney Plus series that is a spin-off of WandaVision is finally here. Catherine Hahn as Agnes, or Agatha Harkness, she crushed it as the Scarlet Witch's arch nemesis, and her song, Agatha All Along, became a huge hit when WandaVision came out. So Marvel Television created a new series based on Agatha Harkness herself, and the premise is that Agatha has been trapped in Westview by Wanda's spell as the busybody neighbor for 3 years. But according to events in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which we don't like to talk about, Wanda died, and the spell on Agatha is starting to wear off. So the whole premise of the series is now Agatha needs to regain her powers. So she must form a coven to conjure and walk the Witch's Road, which, if one does not die, will contain glory at the end. And for her, Agatha really wants it to restore her purple power, which she does not have right now. And she's very upset about it. All right. So yes. So this we are going to talk about episode 1 and 2, which was the premiere, and
once again with spoilers.
With spoilers. So please, if you haven't watched it yet, please go ahead, watch Agatha All Along, those first 2 episodes, and then come back as we dissect this series. And those of you who are watching live right now, we welcome your comments, any and all comments. In fact, we're going to be asking you first impressions of these 2 episodes. So maybe get those comments ready. So here we go. Episode 1 is called Seekest Thou the Road. Doesn't that sound like ballad lyrics? Very cool.
Yeah. Aren't these all the show titles? Aren't they all from the
Yes,
Ballad
the Ballad
of the Witch's Road?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So episode 1 is called Seekest Thou the Road, and here Agatha is stuck in Wanda's spell, but with the help of a mysterious goth teen who has sought her out to help him walk the Witch's Road, she breaks free. And this episode is written and directed by Jack Schaefer, who was the showrunner of WandaVision and is now the current showrunner of Agatha All Along. And she just really knocks it out of the park every time. She has a great handle on mystery, and well, we'll get into it a little more. So episode 2 is called Circle Sewn with Fate, Unlock Thy Hidden Gate. And this is, of course, where Agatha and the teen recruit their coven of witches within a 3-mile radius of Westview. As the Salem 7 witches are closing in on Agatha, her new coven conjures the Witch's Road, and they begin their journey. Very exciting. This episode is written by Laura Donnie and directed by Jack Schaefer. So we are very excited about this. Now, should we talk about the witches first and then give our initial thoughts?
Yeah, let's do a rundown so we all know who's who.
Okay. So Agatha is our leader witch, and every witch knows her. Like she has a major...
Oh, she's got a reputation.
She's got a reputation.
That's gone on through the hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yes. Tons of reputation. Okay. So then we have Lilia, who is played by Patti LuPone. She is the divination witch. So the witch that can tell the future. She's also the witch who wrote down the coven members, so they know who to recruit.
And she's a Broadway star.
Yes, absolutely. And then we have Alice, who is played by Ali Ahn, and she is the protection witch. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed one. Then we have Jennifer, who is played by Sashir Zamata, who is the potions witch. And then we have Alice, who is Ali Ahn. She is our protection witch.
You know what I just realized?
Yes.
She was the security guard in that Hot Topic.
Yeah. And she's a protection witch.
Protection. I just got that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then, so they really need a green witch, which is like a earth witch, to come with them on the road. And right now, that role is being filled by Sharon Davis, Mrs. Davis, who is Deborah Jo Rupp. And if you remember WandaVision, she was in the very first episode of WandaVision as Mrs. Hart.
Yes, Vision's boss's wife.
Yes, exactly. So she's our Earth Witch or Green Witch, if you say. Now, there is one witch that's missing right now because Black Heart was like
But wait a minute,
drawn.
But
Yes.
Sharon Davis is not a witch.
No, she does either. She's not a witch or she doesn't know she's a witch, but she is a gardener. She has a green thumb.
Yes.
Basically.
So Agatha said, all right, we don't have any other green witches. So Sharon, you're in.
Yeah. You're coming with us. Yeah, and she has no idea what she's stepping
It's a-
into.
okay. I get to go to a party? Okay.
Yeah. And then we have this black heart on the coven list, and we are assuming this is Rio, who is played by Aubrey Plaza. And she is doing a really good job right now of being very mysterious.
Oh, she's just made for a role like this.
Oh,
And
totally.
this is not her first Marvel role.
Oh,
And I say because Dave Scale was just telling me about this other role she had in Legions of Doom. Am I getting that right? It's an X-Men series, but very loosely based on the X-Men, and she
Oh.
was one of the main villains.
are we gonna look this up? Everyone, look it up.
Yes.
Okay. Aubrey Plaza, X-Men.
Legion of Doom.
Okay. Legion, it's called.
Legion of Doom.
And oh. Anybody knows?
All right, I'm looking it up on.
Aubrey Plaza is Lenore something? Just Legion, says Bryn. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay, you guys are answering us.
Oh yeah, Legion of Doom. That's
Yes.
DC.
No, it's Legion. Oh, Dan Stevens is in it.
Oh, there she is, right there.
Right, but what is she? Here we go. Here. So she played Lenore Lenny Busker and Amal Farouk, the Shadow King?
Yeah. So, point being, Rio is not her first Marvel role.
Oh. Now people are saying, wasn't that DC?
No, because this is
No, Marvel Comics.
This is a loose X-Men spin-off series.
Oh, okay.
So there you have it.
Okay.
That's a good trivia question.
Yeah, that is. Okay. Everyone's going to know her as Rio, but yeah.
Right.
All right. So now that we've laid the groundwork, in case you're listening to this and you haven't watched the show in a while, who knows? Richard, what are your initial thoughts of these first 2 episodes?
Now, I love a good scary theme show this time of year. I live for these kind of things. Like when Disney Plus put out Werewolf at Night around Halloween, I was like, oh, this is so great. Unlike when other stations like FX will put on What We Do in the Shadow in September. Like, no, What We Do in the Shadows, that's a good Halloween series. By the time summer ends, so does that series.
Right.
But point is, I just love a good scary themed show around the fall season.
Now, you know that the last 2 episodes are coming out the day before Halloween.
Yeah. So you have a scary themed show, MCU and Halloween. Worlds are colliding, and I am all here for this. I love this so much. Now, we saw this on the big screen, the first 2 episodes at a D23 event, and it just fit on the big screen.
Yeah.
So I was kind of worried, is this going to work on the small screen? Because this is so cinematic, this whole show from what we've seen of it. But yes, it does work on the small screen as well.
Yeah, I do think we got more detail and more out of seeing it on the big screen.
It was more atmospheric on the big screen.
And I feel like I was more tuned into Catherine Hahn's reactions to people on the big screen too. She is a fantastic actress.
So Catherine Hahn and Ryan Reynolds, they own the MCU right now.
Oh yeah. Wow.
All right, so your turn.
Oh, okay. All right. So I felt that this show had this great measured pace as it dishes out little clues and lets you try to figure out the mystery. It doesn't go too fast. It's like a little bit plotting, but that's good because it lets your brain kind of take in what's happening and try to figure out what's happening. And that's what I really liked about WandaVision. And that spirit is here. Like each episode gave you little clues, but then it asked more questions. And then you found the next episode, it answered some things, but then you asked more questions. And that's like what this is.
Yeah, WandaVision did it very nice where it didn't make you wait 8 episodes to finally give you some answers.
Right.
It was like 2 episodes answers, 2 more episodes with more questions, and then 2 more episodes later they would give you answers. I just don't like those shows that make you wait till the whole series to finally answer the questions.
Right. And I want to say that Marvel did a great job, their marketing team, like on Instagram, sharing reels and things that gave you little bits of information to prepare you for the show. One of them was they shared the Ballad of the Witches Road. So we heard this at D23. In that TVA walkthrough, we went into the section where they were showing Agatha All Along costumes, and we heard this Ballad of the Witches Road. Then that night, we went to the big D23 showcase, and there was Catherine Hahn and the rest of the cast on stage singing this ballad. And then on the Instagram this past week, Marvel shared that the Ballad of the Witches Road was really the lyrics was really integral to the story. And upon watching, not only do the witches sing it to conjure the road, but it's seated at the very beginning of the show. The opening shot, as the show opens on Agnes driving her car, she's humming it subconsciously. Like, how cool is that? And there's all these other moments where Agnes is almost like breaking free of the spell, like when she sees Wanda's like dark fingers, right? Or
there's a corpse.
Yes, or
she's going to investigate.
Right, or she sees her brooch in the water, and it's like, oh, and the soundtrack plays just a little chords of the ballad. And I thought that was great. And then we learn that Alice's mom, one of the witches' moms, Lorna Wu, made that song famous. She's a famous singer. She made that song famous. And then finally at the end of episode 2, the witches all sing it in this great version, which is now out on all your streaming, music services. And I just loved that build of Ballad of the Witches Road.
I love this song, but I haven't really focused on the lyrics and their meaning. Have you?
Well, so I've written them down, and I haven't really gone through them. So if anybody else here has
go ahead.
Oh,
seekest thou the road to all that's foul and fair, gather sisters fire, water, earth, and air.
So right there, gather your sisters, fire, water, earth, and air. So we have the Earth Witch, who is Deborah Jo Rupp right now. But I don't know who the others would be. Fire, water, earth, and air. But basically they're taking in the elements, right?
I'm just wondering that when the protection witch, her mother is Wu.
Yeah, Lorna Wu.
Lorna. I'm wondering, when she sang this song in concert, was it a conjuring
only
song?
if the coven members were there.
Right. Is it her way of seeking out the witches within all over the world?
Right.
She sings this song. It's like, okay, I know she's a witch. I know she's a witch. Just to gather her army of witches. Well,
apparently she was lost upon the Witches Road. So I think during this series, we will find her.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. I'm going to keep on reading the lyrics here. Darkest hour, wake thy power, earthly and divine. Burn and brew with coven true, and glory shall be mine. So here we've got brew, so like the potions witch, right? Earthly, the earth witch, and divine, the divination witch. So burn, maybe Agatha's burn? I don't know. Yeah. So this is confusing. Okay, so we have...
Well, Bryn is saying...
Yeah.
In the Sky
Jennifer
chat.
Is water, because she's the potions witch. That makes sense. Okay, I like that. Jennifer is water. We have the earth witch. So fire, whoever is fire is also burning. Yeah. So
I'm sure as the series goes
on,
these lyrics will make more sense.
I think these lyrics will unlock
the road is wild and wicked,
winding through the wood,
where all that's wrong is right, and all that's bad is good.
Right. Through many miles of tricks and trials, will wander high and low. Tame your fears, a door appears. The time has come to go.
And that ends the second episode. That door appears in Agatha's basement.
Yeah.
Oh, down the road.
Down the witch's road. Yes. Follow me, my friend, to glory at the end.
All right, so this is all leading up to finding the door,
Yeah.
and then once you do, comes the big chorus, down, down, down.
Mhm.
But I want to hear the continuation of this song, like a sequel to the song. Once we get to the end,
Well, yes. Okay, so I think maybe we'll have new verses unlock as the series goes along.
oh,
That could be possible. And we have seen in some of these Instagram videos that there's even more. There's going to be like a 70s version of the ballad. There's going to be like some different versions, just like they
Oh,
did
yeah.
for WandaVision, our songwriters.
right.
So we have Robert Lopez and Kristen Anderson Lopez.
Yeah.
They have written this ballad, and now we're going to hear it different versions.
Well, you think there's no way you can top your song Agatha All Along?
Oh, I know.
And they did with this song.
Oh, it's so cool. And I love that it's like the key to this whole series. Also, I just have to mention that we do hear a great musical cue when Agatha is finally, changing into all her outfits from WandaVision as she's breaking out of her spell. You hear this very slow version of Agatha All Along.
Mm.
And it's really cool as she crawls her way out of the spell, transforming from finally that 50s Agnes to Agatha Harkness naked.
Yeah, and once again, that was the first time we've seen nudity in a Marvel film, and who go figure, it's the backside of a female, and that was Catherine Hahn's idea.
Yeah,
She said,
I would hope so.
We gotta do this. And I was thinking that must be a body double, but she turns her head, and I read that it was Catherine Hahn.
Wow, that is so funny.
Yeah. All right, so now I can say, I forgive you, Catherine Hahn. I forgive you. She made us wait over an hour at D23 at that Agatha All Along bus promotional thing.
Uh-huh.
She made us wait an hour until she got there in the sun.
Yeah.
And I was so upset with her. So, Catherine, if you're watching this, I release you, okay? I release you.
So don't put a spell on us.
Of my wrath.
All right, Brenda's weighing in. That moving through her costume scene was excellent, and she looked amazing in the buff. Yes, props to Catherine Hahn. She looked great.
I noticed her hair got very long in front.
It got very long, and she was talking to Herb on the fence, and he's like,
yeah.
Yes?
Can you put on some more clothing there?
Why don't you put on some clothes? He was so uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that. All right, was there any other initial thoughts you wanted to share?
Yeah, I love this series. The last couple, Secret Invasion, really just soured me on MCU television. And I loved She-Hulk. Mm-hmm. But after Secret Invasion, I thought, oh, okay, this is where we are now.
I think that was the last of the let's rush to get out all these series, and there just wasn't enough people, overhead to oversee these series.
They were just trying to get out way too much, and the effects crew was just being bogged down with so many projects. Mm-hmm. But yeah, once again, I love the series.
Okay.
I love it.
All right, cool. And Brogu is saying, I will say that I enjoyed the first 2 episodes. The second episode really helped me get into the show.
Yeah, and I love the slow builds of these Disney Plus series. I don't want them to rush.
Right.
I want them to build a world and a community.
Right. Now, if you are a fan of the Mayor of Easttown, which is a series that stars Kate Winslet, that first episode is really referencing that series a lot.
First episode of Agatha All Along references that series.
Mayor of Easttown.
Why?
Because it is about a detective woman who goes out and finds a woman kind of murdered similarly
by
to how
creek, right?
Yeah, by the creek.
Yeah,
in the woods.
So the first episode really confused me because here is Agnes, and she is a detective. Mm-hmm. How did that happen?
Right.
And there's this body that with red hair and burnt fingers, like
scarlet hair.
Yes, scarlet hair, yes. And then when she sees Herb outside when he's clipping his bushes,
right?
He is like, what? This doesn't make any sense. And then when she got into her little faux make-believe makeshift car in her living room, that was just like some
makeshift car.
Yeah, of I don't know what it was, like a colander, and little
Yeah.
Fruit Loops
A little
boxes
table.
for her pedals. Like, oh, it's all in her mind.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's all in her house all this time.
Right. And you don't realize that until you're watching it through at least a second time.
Yes.
And even I think the third time is when I really realized, oh, she's
Yeah.
really just in her house the whole time, and this is all in her head. That first
Yeah.
episode is like all in her head. Yeah. Car simulator. Thank you, Don.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was cool. Okay.
So the way they put all that together, and like you pointed out, when she was at the police station with that goth teen,
You're right.
she put him in jail.
Right.
But
the next scene we see him, he's in
the
closet.
closet. Like, okay, now
yeah, she puts him in the holding cell.
Yeah.
And the next time we see him, he's coming out of her closet.
Yeah, and she's asking him, look at these photos. Look, who is this dead body? He's
Yeah.
like, I see grass. I see a garden.
Yeah. I see photos of flowers, and she's like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I think it was right before that or right after that, he started chanting some
Yes.
kind of thing to break her out of the spell.
Yes. So there's more on this kid in just a bit.
Yes. So first of all, let's get into some little Easter eggs or just great filmmaking
Okay.
that we saw.
Yeah, these techniques.
So I want to call out that in that first episode specifically, when Agatha is still stuck in the spell, there are lots of reflections of her in water and mirrors and reflections of things in that first episode. And I feel like that's definitely symbolizing Agatha experiencing only a reflection of her life because she's stuck in this spell. She's basically seeing the world through the looking glass. If you
that was very big with German expressionism films.
Oh.
Everything was seen through mirrors.
Okay, and
reflections.
Cracked mirrors is like definitely says something.
And then when those German filmmakers came over here to America, they applied those same techniques.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cinematographer for I Love Lucy shot all those Universal horror movies.
Wow.
So he came over here and little by little, all those techniques of the German expressionism techniques are now in American movies.
Oh, yeah, perfect. By the way, Skywalkers, if you saw anything that you really want to call out, let us know in the first or second episodes. I want to see, Agatha finds her pendant with the maiden mother crone on it in water. So in a little puddle.
Creek.
Well, it's in like a puddle next to the creek, right? And or a pond. And to me, that really reminded me of Lady of the Lake, which is your King Arthur story. So already you got like these mythical things happening. It's like she almost conjured her brooch, which we then find out is a locket, which is so cool. Now, and this brooch she wore all through WandaVision, but now we find out in this series it's a locket and it has a piece of dark hair in it. So who do we think that hair belongs to?
It must be a loved one. So I'm gonna go with Rio.
Yeah, I was thinking it might be Rio.
Aubrey Plaza.
It could be her son, Nicholas Scratch, but I doubt it.
No, you don't keep your son's
lock
of hair in a locket.
And I don't think it would be her mother's because she killed her mother. It might be hers, but that would be kind of weird.
Yeah, there's already a reference to Rio and she being an item, a very fast reference.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to build on that relationship.
Yeah. All right. Glenn is mentioning how the book library card, which Agnes finds on the toe of Wanda, which is the book is entitled Dialogue and Rhetoric, Known History of Learning and Debate by Andrew Ugo. And if you take all those first letters, they spell Darkhold. And the Darkhold, all those copies of the Darkhold were destroyed when Wanda destroys herself at Wondergore Mountain at the end of Multiverse of Madness. So if you haven't seen Multiverse of Madness, just watch that last scene. There you go. And just a fun fact, the author, Andrew Ugo, is an anagram for Wondergore.
Oh, that says it all right there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is really neat. Yeah. All right. So then, I want to bring up something else. So and you guys are asking questions. We'll get to you in a second. So all the animal familiars that Agatha sees as she's gathering the witches, I was wondering if they were like the familiars of the witches that she's gathering, But upon looking at the cast list,
Mm-hmm.
they are the Salem 7 keeping tabs on Agatha. So the Salem 7 are basically coming to get her and I guess destroy her.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because she's like low in power right now, and they were like, okay,
Now's the
let's
time.
get her. Yeah. So basically, in the cast list, the Salem 7 are a crow, rat, coyote. Those are all confirmed nicknames.
And we saw
Those
those
three.
animals.
We saw those animals.
Yeah.
And then also coming up, I guess, look for a snake, an owl, and a fox. So that's 6. And apparently the 7th Salem 7 person is named Vertigo. That's the leader, I assume. But that there's no animal thing for Vertigo. It's just Vertigo. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
And we'll talk more about Salem 7 in a minute.
Yeah, and even the whole mystery behind the teen.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Is that what we're
Grogu
asking?
was asking.
Oh, okay.
What's up with that? What are our thoughts there?
Yes. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Yes, we've got some questions going on. All right. So let's go. So Richard, did you notice any little Easter eggs?
Yeah, they're all Wizard of Oz themed. I know we've got a whole discussion about that in just a few.
Well, let's get into it then.
Okay.
That was our segue.
Okay, good.
All right. So what did you find that was Wizard of Oz referencing?
Well, witches. There's one. The yellow brick road parallel with the witches road.
Yeah, kind of winding off through the forest in that final scene of episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like just make it yellow and there you go.
She calls the goth teen Toto. This is my familiar Toto.
My pet, I think.
Yeah, my pet.
Mhm.
As she's meeting up with the Ali On character.
Yeah.
What's her name again?
Oh, Ali On is Alice.
Alice, yes. And at the end, when they're all going through the witch's road, she's got these very light pigtails.
Who does?
Agatha's got these very
Yes.
light pigtails,
Mhm.
very, very loose. Whereas Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz, she's got very tight pigtails.
Right.
So this is the yin to the yang
Oh, yeah.
of Dorothy.
Where all that's wrong is right.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, you called that out when we were watching. As she's gathering the witches, she has her like little pigtails.
Yeah, it just seemed odd that what's with this hairstyle?
Yeah.
And as I saw more and more Wizard of Oz references, like, oh wait a minute, that's Dorothy. That's Dorothy Gale right there.
Mhm.
But in a mirror image.
Oh, Bren's calling out a great reference. Herb says she's really most sincerely dead in the first episode, which I believe that is what Dorothy says about the Wicked Witch of the East. I believe, which she falls on the house. Someone says that. That's like a quote from Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
But remind us, Bren, who says that quote about what? I believe it's the Wicked Witch of the East. Oh, the Munchkin King? Munchkin says it. Okay. Okay, cool. I love that. Trip down the road. Okay, so the trip down the road to get something parallels the trip on the yellow brick road to get the heart, a courage, or a brain. Absolutely, Don. Hit the nail on the head. That's amazing.
Now, I think Agatha says to someone, oh, you got to have courage. Right before they went down the witch's road, she says to someone, you got to have courage.
I think you're right. Yeah, there's you're right. And so they're all down the witch's road to find, like, each witch is missing something, right? Agatha's missing her power.
Yeah, this show is just so thick and so dense.
Yeah.
With story.
Yeah.
Every single line tells a story. Everything on the set design tells a story. The lighting design tells a story.
The more you watch it, the more you find the very fact that Westview is next to Eastview. That's like Wicked Witch of the West,
Mhm.
Wicked Witch of the East.
Mhm.
That's really cool. Also, I want to call out that all the witches take their shoes off before hitting that witch's road, and the abandoned shoes look like the Wicked Witch of the East right after she died.
The West.
The West. Is it the East? I forget which one it is. It's been so long.
well, the Margaret Hamilton is the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh, okay, so it's the East.
Yeah, of the East. Oh, wow, it's been a minute since I've seen Wizard of
We
Oz.
need to watch this again. I bet we'll find even more references.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay, so here, Bryn, the Munchkin coroner declares she's really most sincerely dead about the Wicked Witch of the East after the house falls on her. Thank you, Bryn.
Oh wow. Oh.
Everyone knows this except us, apparently.
Right.
East.
BMC C102 says that they like my hair.
Aw.
Thank you very much.
You just got a cut. Glenn says, I like how the shoes were all different. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love the fact that when we were at D23 Expo, we went through that Marvel exhibit, we saw those shoes first and we're like, what does this mean? What's going on? So we saw all those shoes.
We did. And you know what? Also, not only did we see the shoes,
Yeah.
but that bus thing, promotional thing,
Yeah.
that was supposed to be the Witch's Road.
Yeah. We walked through it. Remember?
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know.
Oh.
Did they say this was the Witch's Road?
I assumed it was the Witch's Road because there was a bunch of branches and trees inside.
Yeah, but having not seen the series, I don't know what this is.
Oh my
And
God.
now they were replicating the Witch's Road within like 6 feet.
Yeah.
And they had a monitor inside, but it wasn't working.
Oh.
Had they been playing a clip, it's like, oh, now I see. Okay. So
Okay.
there was a lot of sneak previews, unbeknownst to us, at D23.
Yes.
A lot of foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I also want to call out another reference is the door to the Witch's Road that they finally conjure is in the floor, made of those big slats of board, and it looks very much like storm shelter doors that they had on the Kansas farm.
Mm-hmm.
That Dorothy tried to go into, but the door blew off. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, and I thought it was a neat little thing that Agatha tried to open the doors herself, but she couldn't. Only if you have a coven could you open the doors to the Witch's Road. I thought that was a neat little Easter egg there.
Yeah. And
also in trailers, we have seen Rio as a green-faced witch.
Oh yeah.
So just like the Wicked Witch of the West, right there. Also, there's like a ceramic green witch in the credits.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's a lot of witches in the credits. There's Lisa Simpson. There's a couple of shots from the movie The Craft.
Yeah.
And Wizard of Oz, the animated Wizard of Oz.
Right. Yeah. Also in the credits, there's like a little snippet from a paper that mentions that all witches must take off their shoes to go on the road so that they can be one with nature, basically.
Be that much closer.
Yeah. Okay. And Brenda's saying there's more shoe references. When Agatha is rushing around in the house after she puts on her own shoes, she rushes off camera and says angrily, "Whose shoes are these?"
Oh, yeah. Oh. I remember that. I thought it was a funny, just throwaway line, but
that means
not a throwaway
something.
line. Yeah,
absolutely. Wow. Oh, and Glenn says the door looked like the last door from the current Scarlet Witch comics.
Oh.
That's a good comic book reference. That's amazing. And Bryn wants a book made of the end credits with explanations of the references. Love the credits. Yes.
They've always done a very good job at closing credits.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Very, very cool.
All right, so those are the Wizard of Oz references. Let's get into the comic book references and connections.
Yes.
And Agatha All Along.
Yes. Okay. So now this scene where Agatha goes into a boy's room in her house and she gets real sad, and we see these little things, and it has Nicholas Scratch as the name. On
trophies and plaques.
Yeah, trophies of like an 8-year-old boy or something. So I didn't even remember that scene until we saw it a second time, and I was like, wait. And Agatha must have a son. He must have died. That's what I assumed. Well, in the comics, Agatha has a son. His name is Nicholas Scratch, and they were part of this cult called New Salem, but she abandoned him in New Salem and went off to be a babysitter for Sue and Reed Richards' kid, Franklin, for the Fantastic Four. And I don't know why she wanted to be in the real world for a while and said, okay, see you, kid. I don't know how old the kid was at this point. But Nicholas then became a powerful sorcerer, and eventually he turned on his mother and became this supervillain to the Fantastic Four.
Never heard of this character. I thought it was just Dr. Doom.
Well, apparently you have, because in 2006's Fantastic Four film, Nicholas Scratch was banished to hell by the Fantastic Four, where he then began forging connections with ... Mephisto.
Mephisto. I wasn't even paying attention when I was watching the movie.
I never knew this was a thing.
But now her son is named Nicholas Scratch.
Yes.
And she's got a bunny, Senior Scratchy.
Yes, Senor Scratchy. Yes.
Yes. So do you think as we go along, we'll see that she wasn't just holding the bunny, she was holding her son?
No, I think the bunny is just a bunny, and she just named him Senor Scratchy
Okay.
as a thing.
You're probably right, but I am sure as we go along, some of these things that we thought we knew and saw turn out to be something different.
Okay. Well, I mean, anything can happen.
But
anything can happen in this series.
Now I'd like it to be a bunny.
Yes, me too.
The more bunnies, the better.
Well, apparently, so in WandaVision, Senor Scratchy was supposed to be like something magical or something else, but they decided not to go that direction and just made it a bunny. So that's why I think the bunny's just the bunny.
All right, so.
Okay, Glenn is saying the bunny could be Nicholas' father?
Ooh, yeah, who's the father?
Wait, yeah,
Palpatine?
I don't know who the father is, actually. That's a good question.
No, we all thought.
That was never, like, okay.
We all, going on with Mephisto.
Yes.
At first, we thought, is this goth teen, is he Mephisto? Because when she asked his name, a squiggly M appears on his mouth.
Right.
And then later on, when she says, okay, tell me all about yourself, as he begins talking, his audio fades out.
Right.
But she's like snapping her fingers, like, I can hear my fingers. I can hear the radio. I just can't hear this. So we thought maybe this kid is Mephisto. But if they're going to parallel the comics where this teen... Oh, no, that's Nicholas Scratch. Two different. I'm getting all these characters all mixed up now.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Nicholas Scratch began forming connections with Mephisto, who now could be that teen.
Oh, right. Possibly. It's like set
because
in...
because the kid said, "I've been following you, Agatha. I know all about you."
Oh, yeah.
How does he know all about her? Because her son told him all about her.
Right. There's also another wrinkle here. In the comics, the Salem 7 are witches from New Salem. All are offspring of Nicholas Scratch. So...
Oh, that's not a wrinkle. That's a heighten.
So the Salem 7 are the grandchildren of Agatha, I suppose.
Now it's a wrinkle for Agatha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is, if I may use my Boston slang, wicked awesome.
You got to say it in the right...
Wicked awesome.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Those were creepy. Those like Dementors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We tried to do that on our Witches Road at Oogie Boogie Bash.
I thought you did it very well.
Oh, you directed us to do that.
That one that crawls down the stairs like a General Grievous exorcist spider. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's the connection of the comics to Nicholas Scratch. Pardon me. Woo. So, yes.
Okay, Brogu is saying good night,
all right.
And Don Glover says good night.
Okay, yes, please send us the link, Don. Thank you. Okay, also, The Witch's Road is found in comics. So there's a 2021 Scarlet Witch comic series by James Robinson. I have just started reading it, so I can't confirm or deny. But in this series, Wanda and Agatha travel down the Witch's Road in spirit form because at this point, Agatha is actually dead. And Wanda just communes with her ghost. So they both go down the Witch's Road in their spirit form, and they battle the Emerald Warlock. And so people are surmising that this could be Rio. Like Rio could be a reimagined Emerald Warlock. And it looks like from the trailers that we are going to get some kind of battle between them.
Oh, I'm sure.
And where Rio has a green face.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm excited. And this series has some beautiful artwork. It's like red, white, and black in a lot of places. And it's really cool.
All right. Now, we've said what our favorite things and how much we love it. But yet, there's some still lingering questions.
Which is not a bad thing.
No,
I
that's
actually
a great thing.
love that.
I think that is the way these should go. Leave you with more questions, but answer the questions before it gets to the point where it's like, you know what? I don't even care anymore.
Right.
Like some Disney Plus shows will do that. But WandaVision did it extremely well. So I love the world building. I love the mystery behind it.
Okay. So my first question, why is Agnes, when she's Agnes, always eating? Why do you think?
She's hungry?
I don't, well, yeah, like not as Agatha, she's not eating, but as Agnes, she's eating.
She's always eating donuts.
Well, she ate a corn dog.
And a cruller.
Really? She was eating donuts?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I didn't know.
Always has a cup of coffee, yeah.
Maybe she's trying to feed her soul that she lost. Or
Sugar?
something. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
I really want to know about those dates.
The library card.
When she sees the library card for the Darkhold books, the book, there's the date January 21st for Agatha, and then beside October 13th, it says Wanda Maximoff.
Right.
And I did a little research trying to find how those connect, but I haven't found anything yet.
No, not those specific dates. The other dates on there were like Kevin Feige's birthday or Scarlet Witch. What's the actress who plays her? Olsen, yeah. Her
Elizabeth
birthday.
Olsen.
Elizabeth Olsen's birthday.
Right. Bryn is saying, I read that dates are people's birthdays.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of them are the people's birthdays.
But I'm sure the October 13th and January 21st, those mean something more than just the birthdays.
I wasn't able to find those either.
You know, mean my numbers.
Yeah. So if anybody knows, please let us know. January 15th, is that one of the dates? Is when WandaVision debuted. Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah. And I know one of those dates is the first Salem trial.
Oh,
which
okay.
is the first, and what Agatha calls her birth date, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the question we were getting a lot in the
Sky Chat.
In the Facebook groups, do we think Agatha and Rio were a couple?
Yes. So I think yes, especially after watching it a second time. They have some chemistry on screen, especially when they're trying to kill each other. And Rio says to Agatha, I have a heart. It's black and it beats for you. Which, come on, right there. That's kind of an admission.
Yeah.
Also, when Rio is leaving Agatha twice, she said she has this throwaway Spanish line. It sounds like te adoro, te adoro, something. And I think it means I owe you in Spanish to what she's saying. Yeah. So, and she says that twice. So I owe you, but it's in Spanish. And oftentimes when you're speaking to like a lover, you maybe speak your language like te adoro, Anton, which means I love you, Tony from West Side Story. So there you go. Something like that. And also when Agatha and Rio are fighting, Agatha says, you can't kill me. It's not allowed. It's like they've placed protection spells on each other or something, or a spell kind of like in Harry Potter where they place that like binding spell on Snape so he can't tell a lie. And he has to kill Dumbledore, you know, or dies if he breaks that promise, kind of a thing. So maybe they did something witchy that makes them not be allowed to kill each other. And then we already mentioned the locket that we think it contains Rio's hair.
Yeah. So once again, questions are good.
Yes.
But answers are better. And I'm sure we will get them.
Oh, yeah. But
as we go along.
Right. And I don't mind the questions right now. If we're in episode 8 and we haven't had a lot of these answered, then okay.
Yeah. And then you're going to go the way of Secret Invasion.
Exactly.
All right. Now, once again, we did put this out for our Facebook group and ask people, the Skywalkers, what do you think about this series so far? 100% positive.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Courtney Turkel says, literally obsessed with this show. Love everything witchy, and the ballad is definitely stuck in my head. I'm excited to see where the story is going.
Yes. Kelly then responds, obsessed is an understatement, but I'm loving everything about the show. The tone, the cast, the comedy, it blends together to make an awesome show. Absolutely.
Joey Pittman says it's a fun show so far. Funny and spooky. That's a good word. Spooky.
Yeah, because it's not scary.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
spooky.
it's
And I
spooky.
thought it would be more scary than it was so far.
Well,
But we're down the witch's road now,
there
so
you
who
go.
knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's a good spooky Halloween series. I love it, Joey. The cast is really good. Looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Yeah. John Liang says, this may be the show that turns me into a horror fan, and I loved Werewolf by Night, but don't consider it horror.
Hmm.
Okay.
It's horror adjacent.
Yeah, it's not horror.
Yeah, this is your speed of horror.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Marvel.
I
The
can
Marvel
handle
speed
this.
of horror.
Marvel, Wizard of Oz, let's
Yeah.
do this.
Oh, me too. I don't like anything. If you see blood, I'm out.
Except for Deadpool.
Yeah,
That's
even
cartoony.
then I had to cover my eyes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's a little too gory.
Yeah.
All right, Rex Gordon says, I don't know a lot about Agatha, but love this so far. I'm guessing a redemption arc, kind of like Loki.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, there's been
Hmm.
talk that this series might be bringing back Scarlet Witch some way. And who knows what's going to happen down the witch's road.
You know what? Just like The Mandalorian brought back Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
This is going to bring back, well, not that Luke Skywalker died,
Mhm.
but Mark Hamill said, let's do a redo. I want to see Luke more into action. I want to see him doing more stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So they brought him back. So I'm sure like with that, they're going to bring back Wanda.
I hope so in this better iteration.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
she's a great character and one of the most powerful characters
Mhm.
in Marvel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she like they said, she nearly took down Thanos by
Yes.
herself.
Yeah. So no, she ain't dead.
Mm.
But then again, you have this whole Wanda, kill the multiverse. Please. Please. Because if not, she died in Multiverse of Madness. So what? She'll
Mhm.
be back. That's
Yeah.
what we all thought.
I don't know. But I'm hoping she does, but Agatha right now has my heart. I'm just very susceptible to what's in the zeitgeist. So, yay, Agatha. You're laughing at me.
So cute.
I totally am. Look, I got the shirt. I got the shirt. I got the brooch. I got
Brooch.
brooch. I got the brooch. I got the locket. I got the ears. Come on. I love it.
Do you know what else is in the zeitgeist right now?
What?
A lot of Halloween movies, slasher, Friday the 13th, Chucky.
I don't like those.
Oh, that's in the zeitgeist.
But I don't want those things.
I don't want them either.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. We're on the same page.
Yes.
Oh, okay, Bryn. See, it's not just me. Bryn says Agatha All Along is my whole personality right now. I love it, Bryn. I love it. Aw. Yay.
When Marvel does it right, they do it right.
Yeah.
And they're doing it right.
Yay.
All right, so we look forward to discussing further episodes. Yeah, this is off to a banger start.
Yeah.
And with Jack Schaefer in control, with Catherine Hahn as the lead, I don't think this show could do any wrong.
So far, it's been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for more.
And you know what they say? Revenge is a bitch. Is a witch. And revenge is a witch.
Down, down, down the road, down the witch's road. Down, down, down the road,
Need a bell.
down the witch's road.
Dong. There you go.
Well, that wraps up episode 484 of
Skywalking through Neverland. We want to thank all the Skywalkers who are watching right now live on YouTube. We want to thank all the Skywalkers for subscribing, and we don't want to thank those who unsubscribed. Yeah,
so don't do that.
So once again, we need you to subscribe. We would really, really appreciate it. What do we need? Five more this week. Come on.
Let's
You've
do
done
it.
in the past. Let's do it again.
You can find us on all of our social media at Skywalking Pod. Be sure to check out our Instagram with all our reels from Oogie Boogie Bash, and you can see 5 witches going down the witch's road in
Yeah.
the Oogie Boogie Bash, and you can see Richard in his Tommy outfit running around through Oogie Boogie Bash.
Now, do you have something that you want to share? Well, we do. So join us every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube as we share the things we've done in the past week, something that happened in the news we want to share. Then we invite the Skywalkers to come on and share what they have just gotten or share an experience they've had.
Yeah.
This show is to share experiences with everybody.
That's right. Are you interested in our books? Well, autographed copies of Today and Star Wars History Parts 1 and 2 and Skywalking Through My Fandom, the interactive notebook, are available now from skywalkingthroughneverland.com/book. And this is a big note. So hardcover copies of Parts 1 and 2 are only available at skywalkingthroughneverland.com/book. You cannot get them on Amazon anymore. Amazon stopped printing them, and so basically that first version is the only hardcover copies we have. So yeah,
Once
you
they're
can
gone.
get, once they're gone, they are gone.
God.
So if you want those fancy hardcover copies, only skywalkingthroughneverland.com/book has them, and they are signed.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you who already have them,
Yeah.
good forethought.
Yeah, you got the first edition.
Yeah.
Very
Now,
special.
do you want to support Skywalking Through Neverland in another way? Well, consider supporting us through the Skywalking Force, which is our Patreon. The Skywalking Force has access to bonus content in the form of our Zoom discussions on Disney Plus shows. We're going to restart those with Agatha All Along.
And they will also get a coupon code to use for our books. So that bonus content begins at only $5 a month. You can head to skywalkingforce.com and have a look at the options. And also, we want to give a huge thank you to those of you who are part of the Skywalking Force. You may walk down the Witch's Road with us.
Now, we want to thank our sponsor once again, Small World Vacations, for their continued support. Thinking of a trip to a Disney park or a Disney cruise? You can fill out a Get a Quote form at smallworldvacations.com today. Their vacation planning service is free of charge, so check them out and tell them Skywalking Through Neverland sent you, or as I said earlier, tell them Agatha sent you too.
All right, Skywalkers, get ready. Get ready for it. Oh, it's a collector's item.
It sure is.
That's what I should have said. Okay.
Yeah, that's why Rancho Obi-Wan's got some in their collection.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right, go ahead.
We are part of the Skywalking Network.
Skynet, where you can find other great shows like Talking Apes,
The Max Effects Podcast,
The Neverland Clubhouse,
Totally Tell Me Everything,
Star Warsologies,
and the YouTube shows Collectopolis and
Today in Star Wars History. Now, don't forget to stick around for bloopers and other fun bits that didn't make it into the show. And
always remember,
revenge is a witch. Revenge is a witch.
And
Neverland on Alderaan. Did you have one too?
I was gonna go down the Witch's Road.
Oh. And
down, down, down the road, down the Witch's Road.
dong. And
Neverland on
All
Alderaan.
right. Don't press.
Okay.
Okay, good. Do we want to redo this? I know I had done a little bit of a brush up on this.
Well, then why don't you read it since you brushed it up? Because I had written it in my voice.
Okay. All right. All right, so
Okay.
here.
Sure. Hold on, y'all. You got to rewrite. Yes, Bran. That would be really fun. Hmm. That sounds cool. Maybe we can do a. I don't know. The fact that witches rhymes with bitches is fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things you can do with that. What's up, witches?
I can read this part if you want to.
Okay. Sounds good. Now, you say is here twice. Did you mean to do that?
Yes.
Okay. You know what your voice is.
What do you think?
I like it. Okay. Let's do it.
Okay.
Do you have that first part?
Yeah.
Okay. Do the thing. Or clappy claps again. So
We didn't stop the recording, right?
no, we didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that. Here we go. The first Disney Plus MCU spinoff is here. We've waited a long time for it, and Agatha All Along has finally arrived. Catherine Hahn is back from WandaVision as Agnes and Agatha Harkness, and she is not happy.
Yes, Marvel Television created this new series based on Agatha Harkness, and the premise, Agatha has been trapped in Westview by Wanda's spell as the busybody neighbor for 3 years. But according to events in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Wanda died, and the spell on Agatha is now starting to wear off. So now Agatha, the reason she's not happy, she doesn't have her purple powers. So she needs to regain her powers, so she must form a coven to conjure and walk the witch's road. And if she doesn't die, she will contain glory at the end. And we hope this means that this will restore her purple power. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So shall we
Yes.
pause this? Okay. All right, Skywalkers. Bryn had a good idea. We should do
End
it
the
totally.
stream?
Oh, yeah.
Let's end the stream.
Oh, okay. All right, guys.
oh.
Well, yeah, she had a.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She would, if it wasn't so busy, we should do Totally Tell Me Everything on Witches.
Oh.
That would be really cool, actually. Yeah. Fun. Yeah. All right, Toodles. There she goes. Yay. Bye, everyone.
All right, bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, super fun. Thank you.